Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So let's start with our maybe our first product, Fin Reveal. So this tool is like a financial analysis tool. So it can be used as it can be used for hospitals, retail, or any other, even employee management. You can use for anything. So let me show you how the data looks. So I take retail as an example. Okay, so there'll be two sheets in an Excel file. So the raw and the master. Okay, so for when you consider raw, so there'll be different stores. Okay, so different stores and time frame. So time frame, it can be 1 month, 2 months, or even many years, even 7 years or more than that. And stores, you can handle n number of stores. So suppose so let's consider Walmart, and Walmart has multiple stores like branches. So they come under them. And uh, the department. So department, you can see breads, mobile phones, uh, electronic appliances, and all that. So how we calculate the variances? So uh, our main metrics here are so first we'll plan the actual. So every in every organization they'll be having something called an actual that what will happen when they start after they plan something. So when you have something called, so they'll plan a revenue. So they'll plan that we have to generate this much revenue in a certain period of time. So they'll be having a planned revenue for every department. So for breads, so they'll be having wheat breads or milk breads, whatever. So they'll be having planned revenue for that and actual revenue. So what happened? And then quantity. They'll assume that we have to sell this much quantity and the actual quantity sold would be different. And the planned and actual gross profit. So how much profit they earn. So these are all in millions now. So whatever metric they want, we can adjust accordingly. And the inventory value. So inventory value is, let me start with inventory unit. So inventory unit is the stock that you buy. Okay, so this is for the month of January. So for the month of January, the stock that you plan to buy is like 51,000, and then the inventory value is the inventory unit. So a cost of one piece, the total units into the cost of a single piece. So if cost of one bread is like some $5 bread packet, so there'll be like 40,000 units. So it'd be like 40,000 into 5. So that's where the inventory value comes from. So here also we have planned and actual inventory value. So the OS means out of stock. So out of stock percentage. So we take all these metrics into consideration, and then in our master data, we'll be grouping all those departments under SBUs categories. So when you consider appliances, air conditioners, home appliances, washing machines, mobile phones, they all come under electronics and appliances. So they'll be under a single SBU. So here we can also have you can traverse through multiple layers. Suppose I said, right, so we have bread. So in bread we can have wheat bread, croissant, milk bread, anything. So you can also have n number of levels. So even when you take milk bread, you can have multiple brands in milk bread. So you can handle up to n number of levels. Okay. So is everything clear, or does anyone have any doubts? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Rish, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me explain with the recording. Okay, so first what we do is we'll upload the file that I just showed now, and then we come to the summary. So the summary I show, right? So we can have multiple stores. So this is store 1001, 1002. So there are like 6 stores here. So you can choose a certain time period that you want. So for suppose I want only from January to April, and then uh, the store. So the store, you can choose whatever store you want and compare on. So you can generate summary only for like particular SBUs or everything together as a total. All right. So here, when we generate the summary, first we'll go into gross profit performance. And the gross profit we'll be having, so we'll be taking the planned gross profit and actual gross profit into account. And then the rate, mix, and volume variance. So the rate variance is uh, the cost. Suppose when you buy a product like for $5, and then you sell it as $7 or even less than that. So you can handle all these here. So the rate variance gives you that. And the volume variance is the quantity sold. So coming to the mix variance, uh, let's consider maybe mobile phones. So we'll be having mobile phone brands like Nothing or Samsung and all that, and we'll be having Apple. So these are like high margin and low margin products. Suppose if the mix variance is low, that means you will be selling more low margin products rather than high margin products. So they'll get to know this, and we'll be handling this in two different metrics. So we can have dollars or basis points. Yeah. So next, we'll be giving an overall group for the gross profit variance across different stores. And here also you can view it as dollars and basis points. Next, we'll go to sales performance analysis. So here also we'll be having sales rate, mix, and volume variance. So instead of profit, we'll consider the actual sales variance, sales mix, and volume variance. And then the inventory efficiency. So inventory efficiency means inventory is basically stock. So how many units do you have? So we'll be considering inventory and we'll be giving summaries like inventory holding. So how long are we holding the stocks? And then uh, the GMROI insight. So GMROI means gross margin return of investment. So we'll be calculating what kind of return of investment they get in a period of time. And then out of stock. So inventory handling basically means, so we have to buy the correct amount of quantity, the correct amount of units we want. Like we have to maintain enough stock. So if the particular product is like it has more out of stock levels, out of stock percentage, that means you have to focus, you have to buy more quantities in that product. And then the business unit performance gives you an overall performance, how your actual and planned gross profit is. So this is like the basic summary. And then let's move on to uh, different time frames. So here, the motive is I have a store. Yeah, so I have a store, and then I need to analyze how the store performed in the first quarter and the second quarter, or maybe in the first half or the second half. So here I can choose like whatever period I want. Even I can choose year to year. And then when I compare, I'll get like the same kind of summary. So first, we'll be highlighting the sales, their profit, and the inventory performance. And then we'll get the same results as we saw in the executive summary, the gross profit, the variance, and the inventory performance. And we also give recommendations or our suggestions for every summary. And then we can compare different stores. So I'll have multiple branches. So I need to check how each branch performed. So even here, I can choose which store I want, or even the time period. And then we'll be having the compare on option, which is we'll be comparing on these departments. We can compare like how my fresh category performed, or how my groceries category performed, or my electronics category performed. So we'll be choosing that. And then even here, we'll be uh, giving out the results like similar to the executive summary, and comparing the same store across different time frames. So the next one is trend analysis. So here you can choose n number of stores. Yeah, so and you can also compare on a particular category, or even you can choose a certain time frame. So here it just gives you the overall view, like not in depth, just the overall view of how your sales performed, and how what's your profit, your gross profit trend, and your inventory management and health. So how well you are handling the out of stock, uh, things like that.
You should also, Harish, you should also
Yeah.
show some how they can interact with the Gen AI and then get some answers.
Yeah, yeah.
So in terms of value proposition, Jens and Sumit, what I want you to highlight to them if you're demonstrating this is it takes a long, almost a day to really pull the data and put it into a spreadsheet, transform the data, and then make analysis and then create charts. And somebody has to go and write narratives. All this happens in less than a minute. That's a value proposition. And second is that you can ask many questions, and it is all there is a powerful engine behind the calculation engine and the Gen AI in the background, and it is all downloadable, including the narratives, into a PowerPoint presentation for quick overview to present to somebody, or you can download it into an Excel and see the calculations yourself. So it has got various options. One is speed to market, and it can be done in a real life situation in a boardroom instead of waiting for someone to work on it and then show these data. So that's a value proposition we want to highlight to whomsoever we're talking to.
Okay. Just one question. Sorry about this. So based on the Excel sheet, so how do you get the data into the Excel sheet?
Okay,
Is there do we have any interfaces to ERP systems, or is this manual work?
Correct.
Yeah, my question is on the same line. So let me add that question before you answers Jen's.
Okay.
When I see that software, I have the same. Actually, Jens and me are on the same thought process here. The first thing that comes to mind is how are you collecting the data? I means because the data in retail stores are generally in their point of sale systems or in their inventory databases or in their CRM,
No,
right?
no, no. So
Do,
we
do,
assume
do,
the
do,
data
do you
can,
have any integrations or any automated mechanism to pull the data from those sources?
for the purpose of this demo, we have assumed that the data is in a data lake, and we will write a custom query to pull this data into a spreadsheet.
Okay, so but that's the story that we know. Okay, how should we pitch that? Do we have a capability?
Yeah, we have a capability to integrate or pull the data into a semantic model and pull into this spreadsheet.
Okay, so that's the pitch that whoever is going to present this demo, okay,
Yeah, they should say that.
should keep that in mind.
Correct.
Because at this stage,
Bala Dax, you need to coach the team to say that. We have been while we are demonstrating, we have been saying this to other clients like Chennai Silks and others. So you have to say this,
yes.
Bala.
So in that pitch somewhere, uh, that pitch that we have a way to do automated data collection and integration. Okay, because that's the first touching point that people want to hear. That if you say, give me everything in Excel, or you know what, we have millions of records, they are junk, you have to clean it, you have to integrate it. That's a very heavy lifting. We don't have resources. Can you do it? Okay. So answer that, yes, we have capabilities to do it. We have queries to do it. We know how to do it. If there's a need, then we can put that on our side, team to our side to do the automated data collection and do the integration.
Correct. Absolutely. Bala, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Bala?
That answers Jen's question, right? And also, I want to add that question so that we.
Sure. Definitely. Great,
Yeah,
great questions.
it's answered.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll
So that's number one. Number two that I want to ask before you. So when you are doing this comparing different stores and all that, right? This is sometimes is seem to me like a manual thing that someone has to be assigned to monitor how the sales are going on or how the revenue is going on across the stores.
Sorry, what
I
is the
want
question?
I'll repeat it for the benefit of you, Bala, again. So the question is, do we have an integration framework to pull the data from various sources and get it to an Excel for this to get analyzed, right? The answer is yes. We do have an integration mechanism because that will be a fundamental question coming in from most clients that I don't have a mechanism to pull all this data into from various sources and collect it into a spreadsheet for you to analyze. So for the
Yeah,
purpose of
that
this
is
demo,
that is where I'm sorry, sir. That is where we have another tool called master data management. We have 35 connectors to that master data. Anything we can use the tool to bring the data.
correct, absolutely, Bala. So you need to coach the team to say those before they start the demo, saying that we have brought this. We are showing a simplified version, thinking it's on an Excel, but however we have connectors to build this Excel version. So whether it could be a SQL or a Python script or anything in a format that is suitable for the tool to analyze. So it will be a direct integration rather than a manual pull. Okay, that's where you need to tell the team to say that. Okay, second, Sumit, you were saying something. Sorry, he got
no,
cut. He's cutting you.
let's close the first one. So when you said 35 connectors, my follow-up question would be what kind of connectors you have and are those connectors are going to connect to my point of sale system or not? So do you have any information handy to answer that
So,
question?
this there is a PPT in our drive. We have a demo is there, and we have a PPT tech called MDM. So that has 35 connectors to do that.
Okay,
And yeah, that is
so
another thing. Let me continue this one also. Another
okay,
thing is that is I put another one is called SAP connector. So this SAP connector, we have a demo can show that. So right now, any system you can imagine anywhere you can pull the data. That's what that recent things happen. MCP and O data, MCP O data that can pull any system, whatever format do you have. That is what they are doing is typically they use JSON to pull the data, but MCP provide JSON, RPC, pull the data from SAP, or it pull the data from ServiceNow. Satish can give some more details. Satish can just give some details.
Yes, sir.
Quickly give some
Yeah.
details.
So, I think the master data management tool has the ability to integrate with numerous systems because whether it is a point of sale system, if it exposes a standard API protocol, whether it's a REST or a database or any of the protocols that it can be used, I think we should be able to integrate with that. In short,
okay, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Just a precise summary with a put a note on it because these are the things that we are learning right now, me and Jens and everyone, that as a team we should be very short and crisp that we have a mechanism of having a master data management using automated data collection and our 34 integrators.
right. Out of
Okay.
box, and we do have a class of connectors, right? So typical connectors that you would come across. The only place where you would have to pull in data is just for the sake of it. If the
Yeah.
system does not interface, does not provide some kind of interface.
Yeah.
That
And
doesn't
in that
normally happen. It's only legacy systems that behave that way. Yeah,
yeah, in that case also we need to show that confidence that we can develop the custom integrators
right.
if this
Yes.
if this is need all that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, and this is a good exercise right now. These guys like first answer the basic things like okay, yes, you can collect the data, you can integrate the data, bring it to Excel. My second point was that you showed me that you're comparing sales and revenue across the stores. That means that I am doing it. That means a company has a resource who is doing it. My question would be, can you do some real-time monitoring, or can you automatically detect some anomaly in my metrics across sales or volume?
That's
Are
not
there
the use
are
case
there
here.
are there any
That's not the
algorithms to do that?
No, that's not the use case here. So that's a different product. So this is mostly to, I don't know whether you follow any of the investor presentations. So this is to see and analyze the decomposition of variance. Why my sales went up or down? What are the reasons attributable to those? And can I understand the which department is slowing down or pulling up, or where the profit is going up or down?
Yeah.
Another
I got
Ano-
that part, but I
Another
want to
use
do
case
that
is that
automatically.
another use case is a different version that to detect anomaly is a different story. So
No,
these are all
not that, not the. So keep the anomaly on the side. Let's do real-time monitoring. Can you
real-time
do
monitoring
real-time?
is a different. It's a different another use case.
Here, Bala, because you're talking about other use cases, do we have a sort
All
of
we need to do is Kafka put that. So
pardon?
very simple. Anything real time we can do it. Kafka get the even messages and put everything and get it do. Only thing is that's all technology side. Technology side. That's all real time connect to any system that's using Kafka real time streaming. We can do everything.
see, I think we are trying to not we are losing our focus. Okay, so this let's be very clear. You're trying to solve a technology issue or you're trying to solve a business issue. So this is addressing the CFO and the C-suite. And if you're talking about the real-time data integration, anomaly detection, it is not real time. Okay, nobody does it real time. Every sale has to close for the end of the day. I don't know whether none, maybe none. I don't know about your experience in the retail industry. They do close the sales only at the end of the day. Until then, it's only a feed. Okay, so analyzing the sale at the end of the day is the normal trend, and this tool can handle that. Okay, analyzing the sale and the profitability is possible at the for a day grain, not for hour grain. This is not a tool for doing a hour grain analysis. If it can do, it can do, but anomaly detection is a different set of skills, which is integrating different stories onto this, and it has got a different capability. I think we need to be segregating these two and not confuse. This is not a panacea, one tool for everything. It addresses one specific use case. And
But
yeah, sorry.
so just one question, because you were talking about a sort of investors presentation regarding this tool. Is this right?
Yes.
Did
So
I understand?
whenever there is a presentation to the financial investors, or rather the quarterly earnings release or monthly
Huh?
performance reviews, they do all these analyses and show them.
Okay, understood. Okay, so
So
it's
they do.
more included in the tool, a function in the tool. No?
Correct. And this is more
Okay.
towards their what happens in their life, and what is their current challenges and stuff like that. So this is more towards their. I think Walmart investor presentation. What I believe who shared you shared, right, as Bala, you shared this morning, right? This is last week. Bala, did
Bala
you?
is.
I don't know whether he shared or somebody shared it. So
Hmm.
I just used, I wanted to send to people.
What is actually question?
No, Bala, you shared the Walmart latest analysis where they showed like what was the discrepancy, what is the variance analysis, right?
Yeah. So the real Walmart one, correct?
Correct, the real one. So just
Yeah,
because
it is in.
we need to bring it to context to folks, Bala. That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. I am here. I can just do 1 second. I can,
No, no,
I'm.
I can open. Wait, I can open.
Yeah. Better, sir. Please open because I am almost reaching home in 5-10 minutes. I am driving.
Allow me to share, allow me to share, Harish, 1 minute.
No, you can share. Anybody can share. There is nothing.
I don't know. Are you seeing my screen? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Very
Yeah,
good.
So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, what you see here is, right, when you see this revenue change increase 4%, so there is more behind this. If you listen to their investor presentation, they will say that how many bips improved because of mix variance, what category mix change, or how many bips improved because of the average unit rate increase, how much increase was due to volumes. So they write like very different here, but if you see here, gross profit rate went up by 12 bips, led by improvements in Walmart US. But when they will say that which SBU went up, segment business, strategic business unit went up. And then what we are writing, what you are seeing is reflects discipline in inventory management, lower levels of markdowns, improved business mix. These are the ones we are supporting in providing the detail to the granular level. Volumes increased by X bips point. Mix improved by this bips point. Bips is nothing but 1/100th of a percentage. So that's what we are giving in our details. I used to support Walmart CFO in providing this narrative. That's how I built this tool.
Just because like we are selling this as a product now. So is there any sort of product roadmap, like how to further develop that? This was be one thing because we might be asked that. And is this something which is supported with weekly, monthly, half-year updates?
It's done weekly or monthly. Both are possible.
Okay.
It's a periodic. Anything beyond a day grain is possible.
So it's more rather on request of the customer. So we are saying we're implementing it, and we sort of customize it to the needs of our customers, and then we are developing it customer specific. No,
Correct.
It's more or less the story.
The tool is capable of doing it at a daily basis or weekly basis. You can aggregate it by week or by month or by quarter or by.
I'm rather referring to the functions and the offset tooling. So basically the question is this something where you say, okay, we have a certain level of functions and performance achieved, and so basically the product is frozen here, or this is something which will be ongoing further developed. We have a sort of a product management and a product roadmap for this tool.
As and when new categories get added or new changes, new business models evolve, it'll happen. It'll change.